I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Bachelorette, Season 20, Episode 6.
Hey, we almost there, y'all.
Yes. So we are at hometowns, finally. We've got Aaron, Joey, Dalton, and Xavier. So the first hometown is Aaron, and his family is in Houston.
Yeah.
First we see, Aaron and Charity talk a little bit before we meet his family, and they're just reminiscing about their first date when they went to the Hollywood sign and they went to have dinner, and they had that singing and dancing from that lady, and wanting to get back those feelings and just remember that and take that into that type of energy into the hometowns meeting with the parents.
Okay.
Because she really hasn't spent much time with him since that time. So
she has.
Okay.
Didn't he win? Didn't he win the kissing tree joint?
Yeah, but he only got to kiss her. He didn't win like the rose or like any other like one-on-one dates. Like it's been a while since she's had like a lot of quality time with him.
But he had quality time with her because it was times. But he was using the snitch on Brayden.
Yeah.
So he had time with her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then, so we go into their house, beautiful home, and Charity meets his mom and dad, his two brothers, and his sister-in-law.
Okay.
And they cooked, and they really cooked. They cooked down. The food looked amazing. So Aaron, first, he talks with his brother. His brother is saying that Charity seems like a really nice girl. And Aaron is saying that they have the same emotional maturity, so he thinks it can work. Eric gives his support, just says that it'll be harder for mom and dad, just for the nature of the situation. So that was Brother Eric's opinion.
This is the little brother.
Yes.
And he said something across the lines of he looks up to his little brother.
Yeah, I think his brother's married and I guess doing well for himself. So
okay.
He looks up to him in ways. So
weird,
cool.
but I feel you. I feel you. I guess they was crying on the porch or whatever they was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bonding. Next, we see Charity and talking to Aaron's mom. She asked Charity if she's ever been in love before, and she says she has. The mom is telling her, well, that's a good thing that you've experienced love, and, it's always good to have loved.
Yeah.
The mom is pleased with Charity, and mom asks if he were to propose today, would you say yes? That was a heavy question because she still got all these other hometowns to do.
I'm about to say, I don't think Mama know the rules of this game.
Right. Charity says no because she only wants to do it once and wants to make sure that she's sure of the person when that time comes, when she says yes, and they're just not at that space right now.
Now, question, shouldn't that have been a hint to us?
It should have been.
Because I'm like, these are the last four guys. I would think that the smaller that the number get, these are like guys that you would say yes to out of the big number that you started off with. But I digress. Continue.
All right. Charity goes to talk to Aaron's dad, and dad is shocked Aaron would do something like this, being on the show, the lady dating all these men, trying to find the one. So he is like really shocked. But he tells Charity, he asked Charity, why does she like Aaron? And her answers were very kind of vague.
Really?
But I guess it's also to my feeling of not really getting to know each person that well individually.
So I guess everybody get this vanilla answer, I guess.
Yeah, he's like a gentleman. The family feels so warm, and she feels comfortable around him. Is the answer that he gets. So then we see Aaron and his dad talking, and the dad is asking, how was it with this process and her dating these other guys? And Aaron is saying that he just tried to focus on their relationship and making sure that grew compared to looking at what the other guys were doing. That's not true.
Stop lying to your daddy.
Exactly, you're lying.
Stop lying to your daddy.
You weren't just focused on y'all.
I'm about to say, stop lying to your daddy, please.
Yes. Dad says that she's sharp, articulate, and beautiful, and he's proud of him and he supports him, and that made them both tear up. Actually, he said he's always wanted, his family to be proud of him and his dad to be proud of him.
Yeah.
So they hug it out, and that was the end of their combo.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to feel warm off of this situation altogether.
Yeah.
It's like y'all meet this girl for the first time and y'all like, I'm proud of you. He didn't even win.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we're still actively in the process.
I'm about to say, so it's like, I don't know what's there to be proud of. I guess as a parent, you want to say, I'll always be proud of you no matter what. But,
Or maybe just by him taking this step, we don't know how long he's been single, really. Taking this step to find love and...
This extreme step?
I can't say why they...
Okay, there we go. Moving on. Continue.
So, Aaron and his mom get to talk.
Mm-hmm.
The mom... this is why they're proud. Mom is proud of him for following his heart.
Continue.
And they're saying that Charity fits in like a glove.
Continue.
Right.
Because what?
So they all kind of reconvene, and Charity was just saying how happy she was to spend time with them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, if you had fun this time, wait till you come around for Christmas. And she says, well, you know what, like I can't wait to come back. So
lying right through her teeth.
Right. So we leave from there.
Mm-hmm.
Charity and Aaron get to have a little date, and they go on a football field. He gives Letterman jackets for them.
Yeah.
Aaron says that he feels that he is falling in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Charity smiles and kisses him. Doesn't say back. And they get up to dance to the song that they first danced to.
Listen here.
By that lady.
Lauren, I'm going to buy your music, Lauren. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because... obviously, this is the song y'all want us to hear. Y'all want us to stream. Y'all want us to download. I'm going to download it, okay? You got me. Okay? Please.
Well, how did you feel about the family's meeting with Aaron? Did you feel like it went well?
I just felt like it just went.
Okay.
I ain't feel nothing about it, honestly.
Okay.
I ain't feel nothing about it.
I thought it went well. I thought that was a good meetup. Next, Joey and Charity.
Okay.
So she is in Collegeville, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
They go to a tennis court before she meets the family.
Yeah.
And
now hold on. Before you get there,
yeah,
you got to set the stage. Before she even met with Joey, she's talking to us in the confessionals, or like basically saying, like, on this trip, I'm gonna tell Joey.
Oh, that I'm falling.
That I'm starting to fall in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole premise. That was the whole undertone of this whole trip.
Yeah.
That she's going to tell Joey that she's starting to fall in love with her. Because I think he told her that already. And she's basically going to return the favor, I guess.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind during this whole trip.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. They are at the tennis court or something like that.
Yeah. She's having her first tennis lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And Charity almost hits him with the ball. I thought that was pretty funny. She says that she feels very loved and comfortable in his presence, and super giddy and just happy being around him.
Okay.
Then his Uncle Joe comes up, and he pops up just to help out and just kind of, feel them out before they go back to meet all the family.
Yeah.
So Joey's uncle was his coach and mentor. So he's really close to his uncle and wants his uncle to be proud of him, and just like really has this respect for his uncle.
Yeah.
So ending that out, Uncle Joe, he leaves. But we hear from him in the confessionals that he couldn't put his finger on it, but there was just something about Joey that didn't feel 100% coming from him. Just something seemed off.
And this is what the uncle was saying about his nephew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Charity seemed nice. She seemed pleasant. She seemed like a good girl.
Yeah.
But something was off with his nephew.
Something is off. Maybe it's that black girl you're talking to.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, because what do you mean something is off, Uncle Joey?
Yeah.
It's not your job to say what's on or off.
Mm-hmm.
So what's off? Like your nephew went on the show, on this game dating show or whatever the heck it is, and something's off. Everything's off. I really didn't understand that, but I do agree and do accept the fact that they wasn't Charity and Joey, right?
Mm-hmm.
they wasn't talking in code. Basically, they did bring up the fact that she is black and he is white, and that basically when she go meet this family, this is gonna be a family that basically gonna be two different cultures, you know.
Right, and she expresses that she's nervous about that, and he reassures her and says that she'll feel loved and accepted.
We're not racist. We love you.
Family. Yeah. Right. Okay, so Charity and Joey, they walk into the house.
Yeah.
She meets his mom, dad, two sisters, brother-in-law, and Uncle Joe was there. And what stuck out to me was his dad being there, but it seemed like Uncle Joe was like the most important person that we needed approval from. So I'm just curious about their family dynamic.
Maybe
because I assumed that he just didn't have a dad he grew up with or wasn't close to, but who knows? But I found that to be interesting.
Oh, okay. That is interesting.
Yeah. And the mom breaks down crying as soon as they walk in. I was a little shocked by that. I was turned off by that, but I feel you. But also, you know, Joey, he lives in Hawaii, so I'm thinking maybe it's just been so long since they've seen him, period. So.
Oh, okay. So they went to Hawaii.
No, they went to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
That's where his family is.
Okay,
But if you look at the thing that shows his name, age, where he lives in Hawaii.
Okay.
Yeah. So, his sister, Carly, pulls Charity to the side.
Uh-oh.
And Carly's asking her, you know, what makes you feel good about Joey? And Charity is saying that he stands out.
Of course.
And she's very comfortable with him.
Only white guy. Yeah.
And she shares with his sister that she's falling in love with him. I found it odd that she would share that with the sister instead of sharing it to him.
As of so far.
Right. Yeah. At this point, I'm like, why would you go around telling other people you're falling in love except the person who's been saying it to you this whole time? I don't know. I thought that was weird.
That was strange.
Yeah. So we see Charity and his mom talking, and she asks her what's unique about their bond. Charity is saying that she can be herself around him. And mom is just scared that he could be heartbroken regarding that.
Interesting.
And actually...
What happened?
I don't think that was Charity talking to the mom. Or they could have talked.
But Charity was talking to the mom, though.
At some point.
Yeah.
But at this particular point... we can just move on to Joey talking to his mom.
Okay, moving on. Okay.
Because I think I got my notes mixed up a little here. But, yeah, Joey's mom expressed to him that she was just afraid that he could be hurt and heartbroken.
She expressed that to Joey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah. So she was talking to Joey. She asked Joey what's unique about the bond with Charity.
Okay.
And he was saying that he can be himself around her.
Okay, Charity didn't say that. Joey said that about Charity.
One or the other.
Y'all watched it.
You know what happened.
Y'all watched it, you know.
So, yeah, so when mom said that, she also was saying, like, you know, I just want to make sure you're being yourself and you're really being true to who you are and what you want. And Joey got kind of snappy with his mom.
Really?
He was like, of course I'm being myself. Why would I not be myself? I was just like, ooh. Where is that coming from?
I missed that. I ain't see that.
Yeah, he was a little snappy with her when she was saying that, and then she was saying, "Well, you know, I just don't want you to get hurt." And then he calmed down again. But when that thing got brought up about him not being himself, like he was a little like, "What do you mean by that?" It's just like, what?
It's not even that.
Reaction
First of all this is weird. All so far, y'all two mothers are weird. Listen here, these are grown men. You over here talking about I'm scared for you to get your heart broken. He is grown. This is what happens to grown-ups. Grown-ups date. Grown-ups get in relationships. Grown-ups get their heart broken. It's not even called heartbroken anymore once you're grown up. It just called it didn't work.
Okay.
like basically, you get your heart broken the early stages you are. Unless they are engaged or they was married and they got divorced and they got that far, then okay, we call it heartbroken. But we're not going to call a failed relationship or like a failed acquaintance a heartbroken thing. No, it just didn't work. Yeah. This thing about I don't want this person to get hurt. These are grown men. Grown men. Continue.
Mm-hmm. So we see Uncle Joe sitting down with Joey. And he's telling Joey that, she seems cool, but you seemed a little bit off at the tennis.
Yeah, a little
place.
off.
And he asked Joey, are you portraying yourself as someone she wants, or are you really being yourself?
Both, Uncle. What did that mean?
And Joey says he's confident that he is expressing his genuine self.
Yeah.
Joe said that he's a people pleaser. He even touches briefly on the past of we've had to have these talks. We've, dealt with this quite a few times. And I was just like, what are y'all saying? What is this? And
that last black woman you brought to the house,
And Uncle Joe, pretty much to wrap it up, he was saying to us in the confessional that he's honestly not feeling the situation, especially him proposing after a short amount of time. He's not feeling it.
I mean, that's a normal reaction. Yeah. Truth be told, even though it may seem harsh, that's the most regular thing. I don't know nothing about this girl. Only thing I know is that one day all of these cameras showed up to my house, and we have to cook something now, and we supposed to play nice with this stranger. That, basically 4 guys left. This is not even the last stage. So, I understand the process is strange. It is abnormal. It is unique in its own way. So I do agree with Uncle.
Yeah. Next, Uncle Joe and Charity sit down and talk. And
it kind of lets me think something. Dude, you think Joey's named after his uncle?
Yeah, probably.
Weird, but I feel you.
Yeah. So Charity sits down with Uncle Joe, and Uncle Joe is telling her that she seems down to earth and genuine.
Oh, I thought we already did that. I thought now Joe and Charity is talking now.
No, we didn't talk about Uncle Joe talking to Charity.
Oh, okay.
We talked about him talking to Joey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so Charity asked Uncle Joe if Joey seems like he's ready for marriage. And he says, honestly, I don't know if Joey's ready. He says Joey oftentimes, it feels like he's trying to be someone Uncle Joe wants him to be, versus who he is.
So basically, he is somebody that basically portrays himself one way when he's really another way.
Yeah, or he tries, like Uncle Joe said, he's a people pleaser. So he kind of tries to make himself be whatever the other person wants, so they're happy. They like to be around him.
Yeah.
He changes who he is depending on who he's with,
I guess.
And he shares that with Charity, and Charity is saying that she's confident that she's seeing the genuine Joey. Uncle Joe says, just to be careful with his heart. After that conversation, now she's concerned.
Okay, moving on. Charity, I'm gonna get to you once we get past all of these house visits and stuff.
Right. So Joey and Charity have their final talk. They're sitting on the bench outside the house. Charity is saying that she felt accepted and loved. There were serious conversations had that she felt like were necessary and went well. Specifically, I feel like Uncle Joe. And he says that he keeps falling more in love with her. She doesn't tell him that she's falling in love with him.
When that was the whole point of the trip.
And she says, Joe says she felt uncomfortable on the bench. Joey says, it felt like she seemed uncomfortable on the bench.
Yeah,
and
she's
was crying
awkward
when she's leaving. She's saying that she's going to miss him, but she can't look him in the eye. Yeah. So he can tell things are a little bit off, and he's a little bit concerned. Yeah. But she never tells him about Uncle Joe saying what he said about him being himself.
True.
Yeah. All right. So Xavier and Charity are now in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah. And Charity, she immediately says he reminds her of her exes that didn't prioritize her. And when she sees glimpses of that, it makes her nervous.
This man ain't do nothing.
Why is he climbing up a hill that you created?
He didn't do nothing.
He's literally sitting there excited to see you, to show your family. So his family. So, okay. So, their initial date, they go to a yarn store. He teaches her how to knit. It was super cute.
That was nice. Nice touch.
Yeah, and he explains that he approaches the relationship the way he does with knitting, which is slow and patient. Charity says, he keeps proving me wrong.
Okay. he hasn't done nothing, but yet he's proving her wrong. That's weird. He
keeps proving me wrong.
Whatever. Move on. Mm-hmm.
So, Charity, is talking to Xavier, and she's saying that she was fearful of him, not being able to commit. But anyway, we move on to the house to meet his family, and she meets his mom, his dad, and his sister Chelsea. So she walks in. She feels like the energy is like love and happiness.
Oh, like every other house.
Charity is saying that he was gentle and patient. And Mom says that they have great energy together.
Now, Charity wasn't saying that. And when they first was walking towards each other, saying all this stuff like, oh, he's this, he's nice, he's gentle, he's a gentleman, he proven him all this stuff. Why don't you tell the mother what you've been saying about her son this whole time? That he reminds you of your ex, who we don't know, and yet he had to prove himself when he haven't done nothing, literally nothing.
Yeah.
But continue.
That throws me. So Charity meets with his sister Chelsea first, and Charity's expressing that she's in between and falling in love with him. Chelsea does feel that he wants to settle down, and with his past being that he's given so much, like he's ready to receive all that he's given in the past.
Yeah.
Next, we go on to Charity and Xavier's mom.
Yeah.
She asks, what makes y'all's bond good? What do you like about him? She says they're comfortable together, and he's a very gentle guy.
Gentle. I heard that throughout the whole episode of every guy.
And comfortable.
Yes.
So Charity, she's pretty much asking everyone in his family, like, do you feel like he's ready for this commitment? And Mom knows that he wants to get married and be a father. And the fear is coming from the short amount of time of them getting to know each other.
That's fair.
And Charity is hopeful that it sounds like he's ready.
Okay.
Yeah. Moving on to Xavier and his dad. And Xavier is asking his dad, how do you know when this is your forever person? How do you know what's right? And the dad says, nothing else matters with them, and you feel unconditional love around the person. Okay. So Xavier feels like he can get there. He's not there yet, but he thinks he can get there. Dad says she's a nice young lady, and, he cares a lot about her, that he can tell. And that was their conversation.
I'm about to say, the dad ain't gonna lie. He just there like, yeah, she look nice.
Yeah.
Basically.
Next, Xavier talks to his mom, and he feels like he can be ready for marriage with her. Okay. That's strange, but I feel you. Yeah. And Mom is saying that she's never seen him in this way with another woman or girlfriend. Okay. So. And she can see the strong connection between them.
Don't lie on TV, Mama.
Sister says that she loves her.
Don't lie on TV, sister. Okay.
Next, we have Charity and Xavier coming back together. And Xavier feels good about how the hometown went. And he shares that he's falling in love with her. And she just smiles and kisses him and doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say anything back.
Doesn't say anything
back. But moving on.
Yeah. And Charity says she feels good and like he could possibly be her husband.
Like, that's the whole reason why there's only 4 of them left.
Right.
Let's go.
All right. Next, we get to Dotun. And they are in Fresno, California. So first, Dawson says his parents couldn't come because they're in Nigeria. Yeah. And it's just not a good time for them to be able to make it financially, travel-wise.
Makes sense.
It's just a little tough.
Makes sense.
So she's going to go to the house to meet his brothers and sisters, which he has a good amount of brothers and sisters, and his grandmother. So she sees that they're, grandma, she says hello to everyone when she walks in. Yeah. And grandma's saying that she sees that they're bonded from heaven. Okay, grandma. That's witchcraft. Don't talk. Don't. She might be prophetic.
No. You're a witch. Okay. No. What do you mean you see us bonded from heaven? No. No. That's not the lines I gave you, Grandma. The line I gave you was to say she's a nice lady. Everything else you came up on your own. You freestyle. But let's go.
Right. So we go back into the backyard, and who do we find? Mom and Dad.
They surprised them. That was nice.
So that was a really cute scene with them surprising the family. So Mom and Dawson have a talk. Mom says she sees positivity between them. She likes her, but she's a little bit concerned, with the other guys being involved.
It's the way the show is, Mom and Dad.
Right.
Yeah.
Dawson says he's fallen in love, and Mom's only concern is of her hurting him.
Of course, that's
everybody's
obviously.
concerned.
I guess the studio just fed him that line.
Right.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. Charity talks to one of his sisters and asks the sister, do you feel like he's being genuine? So she's carrying that conversation with Uncle Joe now to
all
this
the
conversation.
way to Dalton.
Exactly, all the way to Fresno, California.
Now, why would you
Pennsylvania?
Now, why would you ask my sister when you spent the most time with me during this period of time?
Right.
If you want to know if I was genuine, you should have scheduled more one-on-one dates. So, why would the sister know? The sister wouldn't know. But go ahead.
So, sister says you're seeing the real him, and Dad. We get to hear from Dad, and he says that Dalton is ready to propose. Brother says that Dalton is a long-term guy, and he's the most faithful guy.
Just straight up eliminate himself, disqualify himself. You gotta be careful with those parents that are from different countries and things like that, because marriage to them may mean something more to them and to the family unit than it does to some Americans and things like that.
Yeah, my child's married.
So it's of course, they want grandchildren, or they want, especially in Nigeria culture. Being married is something to strive for and something that is normalized in their family compared to America. It's it doesn't matter if you get married or not. So you could just be part of a bigger objective that they have for the son, more
of growing their legacy.
Exactly, than just them liking you per se.
Yeah.
But let's wrap this up. Let's get to the part where I was completely surprised.
Okay.
About everything.
Okay, well, let's get there.
Yeah.
So Charity talks
because I got less than 10 minutes.
Okay, Charity talks to his mom. Mom would embrace her, if that's her daughter-in-law, and she would really love that.
Yes.
So we go on to the date with Dalton and Charity. He surprises her to a drive to a movie theater in a Thundercat, and he's driving this time, which was cute.
They let him drive.
Yes. And they actually show baby pictures of them and home videos of both of them, and leading up to their recent dates. So we get to see kind of their history that has led them to the path of where they are being together now, which was super cute.
Good job, ABC.
Yeah, Charity started crying.
Yeah, Charity been crying for the past 3 dates straight. I don't even understand, but I'm gonna get to you, Charity. Just because I got less than 10 minutes left, don't think I don't have time for you. I got a minute for you, Charity.
We're gonna get there. Let me get there.
I got time for you, Charity.
So Charity is saying that she's falling in love with all of them.
She ain't tell Joey.
So we, get to the place to where we're giving out the roses. Aaron is super confident. His hometown went great, and he's like, I want to get the first rose.
He don't only want a rose. He wants the first rose.
And I'm just like, oh, wow. Second or third wouldn't be great?
No.
He wants the first rose.
I feel you.
So, first rose goes to Dawson.
Aaron. Oh, damn.
Dawson.
Okay, the tall one.
Second rose goes to Xavier.
Wow, you're out of here, buddy.
Third rose.
The minute it went to Xavier, I was like, you're out of here, Aaron.
Third rose goes to Joey.
Aaron. Oh,
Joey.
My goodness.
Aaron is shocked.
The one who she didn't say I love you to, but she's falling in love with. Wow.
Yeah. And Charity, her reasoning is just that she just has stronger connections with other people.
She is.
And she goes to walk him out. They go to sit on a bench.
Oh, my goodness.
She get to crying. And I'm just like, can you let them have their moment, please? I know you're hurt. They got to make this decision. But they're super hurt because they weren't chosen. So let's give them their time to grieve while you sit there and give them a little hug or something.
You say grieve?
Yeah.
That's not something real to grieve about. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
First of all, Charity, let me tell you something. You've been fake this episode. You was lying this episode talking about you have stronger connections with things of that nature. What strong connection do you have with Xavier that you didn't have with Aaron? This whole time with Xavier, the only thing you've been talking about is the ex more than actually Xavier. Because he gave you a scarf? Help me out with that. Also with Dalton, I do agree that now that, Dalton's my second guy, because Aaron was my first guy, then Dalton's my second guy. Dalton might win this thing. But I tell you this right now, if Joey comes out and win this competition and win this game show, I am not watching The Bachelorette ever again. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Okay. Because that will be propaganda in my eyes. Oh. Because there's no way that you have a stronger connection with a guy that you had a chance to say I love you to, which you did not say I love you to. Matter of fact, I think you said it to the sister. Is that what you said in the notes?
She said she's falling in love with him.
But you didn't tell the guy that you're falling in love with. You didn't tell him directly, but yet you have a stronger connection with Xavier and Joey. Dalton, I won't question.
Yeah.
But Xavier and Joey, I call this the Brayden curse. Guess what? The last three guys that got eliminated was Sean, right? Mm-hmm. Aaron. Mm-hmm. Sean and Aaron, right? It was Brayden, Sean, and Aaron. Y'all had a problem with Brayden and how he was walking around the house and how he was feeling confident in all these things. And Aaron, you wanted to borrow his confidence and say, I'm going to get the first rose. But guess what? You didn't. Now you got eliminated. Now you're heartbroken. I ain't going to hold you. I don't know why she chose Xavier over you. I would say that. Even though I did choose you to win, and even though I do feel like she's not being honest, this is strange. But in the previews, they show something that is people say that somebody comes back, somebody pops up. That's not supposed to happen. I think Brayden comes back, but that's just my opinion, and that's kind of my hope.
That'd be great for TV.
That'd be amazing for TV. Listen, I'll take back everything I say if Brayden comes back. Cause I'm like, oh, this is good TV, ABC. But as of right now, if Joey comes out the winner, after Grandma said that she sees Dalton and them together in heaven made, this, I will claim this as propaganda, and this is not real. I'm finished.
Well, let us know what you thought about the episode. We know what Chris thinks.
Yes, listen. It's not a race thing, but it's a race thing.
But it's also a connection thing, and with his family saying he being fake. Like, I'm just like, that's enough to make you be like, you know what? I actually had a better time at Aaron's house. It seemed like you had a better time over there. He
gave you a jacket.
It just seemed like a funner time.
That's that charity in the back. So that's all I'm saying. The only connection or the only thing that I remember about Joey is that y'all set the record for the longest kiss on Bachelor Nation history. Other than that, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Maybe she just thinks he's really cute. That's what I got
or
from
maybe production thinks he's really cute.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if Joey wins, I'm going to claim propaganda on this show. And you lose a 2-month fan out of me. I think only been a month and a half. Is there anything else?
Nothing at all. Thanks for stopping by. Comment. Let us know what you thought.
Y'all be good.